everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yet again, what are you two doing over there? What is happening behind here? I didn't see anything, it's fine, it's fine. Again, before I get into like the video, there's someone in the campsite. So instead of just seeing them on my own, we're gonna go see them together. Aww. If anyone likes Cherry, look away. Look away. I'm sorry, bestie. Anyways, excuse me, I think not. So on today's video, we are delving through a kind of video related thing that I've wanted to do for a while. We are going to be attempting an Animal Crossing speedrun. Now, believe me, I didn't even know that this was a category of speedruns. I low-key am a big speedrun fan. One of my favorite YouTube channels is a channel called Something Salt that covers a lot of speedrun related stuff. Dom, can you stop thinking for 2 seconds? But I remember thinking one day, is there an Animal Crossing New Horizons speedrun category and what does it entail? And oh boy, there are Animal Crossing New Horizons speedruns. So here is the official category of speedruns on speedrun.com. So the main speedruns for Animal Crossing are paying off your first debt, paying off all of your debts, getting a golden net, a golden rod, and then getting all of the golden tools. There's a couple of miscellaneous ones like getting the golden net and the rod and getting the credit seat, which would mean getting 3 stars. A lot of these take a really long time to do because obviously it's in-game stuff. There's more to just like a gameplay you have to do. You've got to make sure to decorate, you've got to put paths down and inclines and this and that and clean up and all that sort of stuff instead of just like playing through a story game. But the one category I really wanted to have a go at was the first debt category, but I didn't want to restart any of my islands just to attempt a speedrun that I'm probably not even going to get on the leaderboard for until recently. Essentially, I managed to get my hands on a cheeky first gen Switch that I will be doing things to for various reasons. But I thought, hey, while I'm waiting to mod the bad boy, why don't I just attempt some speedruns? Just attempt some things that I've wanted to do with like restarted islands that I haven't really had a Switch to do restarted islands with because I'm too damn attached to my islands. So I thought it would be fun to attempt a speedrun. Before I get into it, please note, number 1, never done a speedrun ever before in my entire life. Number 2, I didn't do any prep work for this. We're going into it quite blind. I think I know some things to do, so I'm hoping that we can just get into them and get the miles and pay off the first debt. But without further ado, I'll essentially put a little timer up on the screen and we'll get onto our new Switch and do a speedrun. Okay, so I also didn't get a chance to go over the rules for this speedrun, but the rules are as listed. The timer has to start upon the fade out by launching the game. So when you click your name on the Switch, that's when the timer starts. The timer ends when you regain control of your character after talking to Tom Nook and paying off your first debt. As for game rules, because I wasn't really sure where it stood on time traveling, I'm going to try and avoid time traveling. It doesn't say anything about it, but it says that glitches are allowed. However, pre-existing save data is not allowed to be used at all. So I'm going to just try and just do it in one night. Just get as many miles as we can, do a couple of things, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully we can do that. We'll see how long it takes us. The first speedrun is 12 minutes and 45 seconds, and they've had this one for 2 years. That's pretty impressive. The last speedrun is 1 hour and 10 minutes. I feel like maybe we could beat that. We'll see. That could be wishful thinking. But anyway, it is time to start the speedrun. I'm so nervous. My little heart's shaking, making sure I'm recording. Okay, and go. So starting off, we did the normal, just whole getaway package. This is okay. So I watched an actual speedrun afterwards. I messed up from get-go. I didn't type kitsu, I just typed kit to keep it short. Most people just do one. I kept the birthday, but then I also slightly changed my character. This is where I lost time. It didn't matter. You'll see near the end, but I did lose time because of all of this. But I got to keep a little character. And yeah, so we got our island, and that was it. And now it was time to start the speedrun. I didn't realize how long the like intro stuff took. It took a while. I also looked away for 2 seconds, so I lost a couple of seconds there. Look, I'm getting in my speedrunning boots, but here is our little island. It was really cute. It was spring. We had some cherries, which I was already upset about because I wanted cherries on my main island and I didn't get any cherries. And then we found our first 2 villages, which were these 2, and that is probably why this speedrun didn't go as planned. So next part was all of the boring introductions. We had to make sure that Rocker was there and Flip was there, and of course me, I'm the main character of this whole thing. And then I accidentally just wasn't paying attention and spoke to Tom Nook instead of Tommy or Timmy to get my tent. because I'm a silly little goose. So finally just found a spot right next door to pop my tent. Once I was done, I had to go help everyone else put their tents down because they're all useless. So here's me speeding over to find them. And then I accidentally was trying to speed and pressed B too quickly. And yeah, look, I did that and that ruined everything. But then take two, we finally said that it sounds cool for Flip to have his little tent here. And then it was next for Rocket. And yep, didn't fail that one, and Rocket lives here. Next mission, of course, was to gather everything and to host a little party. So we were back at the plaza, and I felt like I was doing pretty okay with time at this stage. And then I just had to collect some tree branches, but because I'm an overachiever, I collected all of the cherries as well. Collected more than enough, so suck on that one, Tom Nook. And I didn't like the way he said allow me to lighten your load and just took the branches off of me. Excuse me. And so that was it. It was time for our good old little party. We got to name our island, and I also wasted time here because I wanted to name the island Ka-Chow for speed because I am Lightning McQueen. And yeah, and then we celebrated, we said goodnight. And we went off and we had our first little rest. We placed down our little camping bed and it was time to sleep. A pretty successful first day. At this point, I realized we were not beating the 12-minute record at all. We had some dreams of KK Slider, and then we got our bill, and then we got our miles bill. So it was time to start the grind. I got on it. The first thing we did was took our passport photo. I accidentally took two because I'm silly, and then I thought that these also added miles. They don't, so I changed the title and a little comment on my passport. Hint, these don't add anything, but I did get my first couple of miles, so we were sitting at the 800 mark at this point. And our next mission was to go ahead and talk to Rocket and Flip just to get our island togetherness one. We also wrote something on our bulletin board just to mark off some couple extra easy miles. So we were hitting over 1k, we were on our way to 2k miles at this point. Also took a cheeky little photo for that island shutterbug. And we were just on the grind. The next few things we were doing, we were shaking trees, we were picking up leaves, we were picking up weeds, we were picking up seashells, and we were selling it. So did our first big sale to our little Tommy dude, and yeah, got some bells. It was pretty good. I felt it was time to finally do the DIY workshop where I could learn some stuff. I also realised that I got some extra miles for selling some things. So for the workshop I needed to grab some tree branches, so I just went ham. I made sure to grab enough to craft a couple of things. I picked up some weeds while I was out, you know, just doing the necessities. There was a lot of this that I cut out because I did a lot of weed picking up and shaking trees and stuff. It was needed. So we finally made our fishing rod. I was very proud of our little selves. Look at us go. And we finally got the DIY recipes thing on our phone, made a flimsy net. I also got really lucky with shaking a tree that I got the shady shakedown. That's not a really easy one to get. So I was really happy and felt very fortunate with that one. So here I am just doing some more shaking trees and stuff. I wanted to do a big crafting of all, like, a bunch of DIY stuff because I realized I needed a couple of items to put into my house, which I failed miserably at, and we'll see why. And also I think I needed to make 3 more like tools to get the DIY recipe milestone. So that's what we ended up doing. So here's just all of the stuff. Got some miles for using my phone, and we'd finally passed the halfway mark of 2,600 miles. I made some campfires to put in my house, and you'll see why this failed, because you need indoor items, and I was so upset about it, but I did get my DIY tools. So here's me figuring out that it says indoor items and not outdoor items like a campsite. So I put a fridge down and I put the campfires outside in case there was something for that. I sold a bunch of stuff and got the greedy weeder one and some other ones, so we were getting really close. I also saw that there was one to get flowers with, so bought some flowers, bought some more DIYs, and then I also bought this little candle to put inside, which I didn't actually end up doing because when I started planting the flowers, I checked the milestones and saw what we had left to do and just how close we were. So I started flowering and then heard the little buzz of like getting the things. So we had a couple of ones that we got, and we were really, really close. We're at 4,400. So I made a custom design. This is the most beautiful custom design ever. You can steal it. It's fine. I'll let you guys do it. And then we had 100 left. We had 100 miles left. And so the last thing we had to do was to water the flowers. And we were done. And that was it. And this was the pivotal moment. We'd hit 5,000 miles. We were about 35 minutes in. And I went and spoke to good old Tom Nook about my moving fees. And then we just had to pretty much wait for him to shut up so we could regain control of our character. And we did it! Oh my goodness, baby's first ever speedrun. So looking at everyone else achieve it in like 15 minutes, I didn't think it was gonna take this long. I didn't expect myself to complete it in like 20 minutes. But I didn't expect it to take it just shy of a half an hour. But also in that being said, I am officially 37th on the leaderboard. I saw right in here. That's where I am right now. Look, for a first ever speedrun attempt, I'm just happy to be in the top 50s, besties. So yeah, I did notice myself not figuring out a lot of sort of miles things that I could do. I sort of got to around halfway and I was like, what else can I do? But I think that we did some pretty good ones. When I picked that last one about like planting flowers or doing something, making a custom path, that was the one. And then I was like, I'm 100 away. I was like, I'm gonna water these flowers and go and say hello. So we did it. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little speedrun video. I was kind of low-key hoping to get some cute villagers because then like I wouldn't want to restart it, but I got rocket, so immediate restart. But maybe we can do some other speedruns down the line. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I am going to honestly put this island down. I don't want to get attached to it because I know that if I get attached to it, I'm not going to restart it, and I don't want to hold that. I don't want to hold myself to that. You know what? I'm deleting the save data so I know I won't go onto it again because I have a problem with being attached to Animal Crossing islands. Bam, just deleted my first ever speedrun. Well, that's that. As I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, maybe I'll try and beat my speedrun number. We'll see. I'm pretty impressed with myself, not gonna lie. But on that note, I will catch all of you guys on my next video. Bye, everybody.